Jai Shri Krishna, Namaste. Hope you all are devotees safe and healthy as we are in our continuations of the learning of the Dharma. Dharma, which is we always talk about the puja, part, and jap, and tap, and all of the things. But in our this Dharma talk, we learn many angles of our Dharma, many areas of our Dharma, many ways of our Dharma. It's not something which is we don't know, we're not aware about it. Only the part which is we lacking of implementations of our awareness. Today, I will talk about generation gap plus communication gap. Sometimes we ask ourselves, this generation gap, how it has built up. And then, you know what, it's very easy to get out from this excuse. Now is a generation gap, this generation will not understand, and then this is not going to be happen, and then, oh, they will understand, oh, they will be implemented. It's true. We easily getting out from those kind of the things. I would like to ask one question. Animals, birds, plants, but I'm talking about specifically animals and birds. Billions of the years, not now, billions of the years. Don't you think they also facing the generation gap problem? But have they changed them pattern of the life? I'm using example, lion, tiger. Them lifestyle pattern is hunting, living in a forest. Billions of the generation past. They didn't change them pattern. Same speed, same way to kill, same way to hunting. And same type of the food to eat. Elephant, billions of the generation past. Have they changed them pattern of the lifestyle? Subject I'm putting address to you is, where is the problem with us as a human? Where is the problem? Question mark is, where is the problem? Birds, they know what they're supposed to eat. They know what supposed to they do. So many generation has changed. Have we ever heard now today lion going to be order online to the food because I don't want to get out from the my caves, oh, and then let me just press the order and then I will get it my food. Have we ever heard a bird is telling, okay, now this is I'm living in the 21st century. Why must I go to the looking for the food? We know that we're going to stay at some places and then food will come to us. Have we ever heard? Have we ever heard that elephant has changed to eating his own its own pattern to eat? Okay, now let me move from the vegetarian to the non-veg. I'm also living into the forest. I also have a right to kill anybody. Likewise, lion and then elephant and then tiger. They did not change them pattern. They are the same, remain same. I am the elephant, I must eat this. I am the cow, I must eat and drink this. I am the lion, I must eat this. I am the one monkey, I must live this way. So many patterns, so many generation has changed, but have changed? No, they haven't. So why we have changed so much from starting till the end? If you look at that way, why we have changed so much our life? The reason why is communication gap, not a generation gap. Because generation evolution and generation changing happen in everybody's life. Every every hu, every single soul life. I will use the every single soul life. Birds, animal, human, everybody. As soon as you carry the soul, there is a change always happens. New generation comes, new things comes, everything is comes. Communication gap. They communicate them with them children very wisely, very tactful way, very nice way, and them children follow the same pattern of the lifestyle. Why? Our children don't follow. The first things first, have you ever seen the animal or bird hitting them children? Okay, by egg, you not uh, hunting this way. Let me give you a slap. Have you ever seen that the bird, while the bird teaching them children how to fly, have you they used any other things which we normally used? Have you ever seen those them children are complaining about them parents or are sending them parents into the old age home or doing this? Nothing is happening in them life. Same pattern, simple lifestyle. Why in our life these things all started? The reason why is the communication. Our communication skill has went into the different level of that, and that is why we are the one who facing the problem of the so-called generation gap. Not a generation, it's not a generation gap, it's the gap of the communications. We not communicating with the way we supposed to be to the generation, to the current mindset. This is reality. We have to accept this reality. We can't escape. More you delay the accepting the truth, more damage we do to the our tradition, our culture, our belief, our faith, our everything. It's true reality. We have to accept. When we start accepting that things, then we find a solution. Where we are failing to communicate, if we can learn WhatsApp at the age of the 75, age of the 65, age of the 85, so then why can't we communicate at same level with our children? The communication start with the nature, habits, and environment into the house which we live. Our house environment is supposed to be friendly environment. Our house environment is supposed to be from starting onwards. I'm not talking about now. Our house environment is supposed to be easy communication how environment, not an authoritarian environment. Way okay, I am the parents, you must listen to me. It's fine, it's understandable. Does not mean we must enforce and force to do the something. And that's where the communication gap start build. And then that gap becoming wider and wider and wider and wider and wider, and eventually landing up into this technical so-called generation. There's no generation gap at all. It's communication. Are we communicating in the right manner? Are we communicating with the right tone? Do we have a communication skill to to address our message across to the person who's standing in front of us, who have a age of the 15, 16, 17, 18, 9, or 25 or 27? And then we said, yes. If we have a yes answer, then we should not have a problem with our children, because they only follow the footstep what we already has worked on. Many times parents tells, oh, my child don't listen to me. But have you listened to your father? Go back to your life. Children has only show you, children only has observe you when you was young, and they already now they are doing same thing what you have done with your parents. That is why I'm saying communication. We have we have we have brought down our tradition, our culture, our way of the communication. We not teaching our children who to contact, who to go. We not teaching like, and then I have given many time example and repeating again. In the Christian culture, they teach them children, if you do something, go to the church, and then there's a confession box. You go to the confession box and confess what you have done wrong. Are we teaching our children to be go to the place of the worship, go to the priest, and then confess what you have done wrong? No, what we doing? We actually taking away our children from the place of the worship, or priest, or whatever person who is in charge of the religious in charge. We're taking away that our children from that by criticizing religious personality into the house, by bringing the matters over the coffee table, over the table which is like a so-called a parties table, and then we talk about, okay, oh no, this person like that, we make mockery of our religious personality, we make joke of our religious personality, while the other culture don't do that. Other culture teach the respect to that. They know Pope is one person, finished, done. Respective what? They teach that culture. Are we teaching? That's why I'm saying communication. It's not a generation, it's communication problem. Communication system. We're not communicating. We're not telling our children, okay, if you are a problem, please go to the Guruji. Please go to the religious personality. We're not telling, we're not setting our life in a way manner which we supposed to. And then why this happening? Because we have forgotten our original ancient lifestyle. Gen- Age by age, we have forgotten that. We have brought down. We put our personal interest first, then our tradition, our cultural interest. And in reverse wise, we supposed to be input our first religious interest and our culture interest, our tradition interest first before our personal interest. But we have done opposite side, and that is why today we are sitting with this question: is the generation gap, or is a gap of the communication? This is a topic which is we need to talk in our house. How often, honestly, how often in our house? The was question number 2. How often in our house we discuss and we debate about the Sri Ramayana, about Mahabharata, or about the Bhagavad Gita? Let's ask this question. How often we do that? Average household, if they do once a year, they will be lucky about it. Why we don't do that? Because those are the stories teach us the value of the life. Those are the stories teach us the value of the family. Those are the stories teach us the value of the how to build up the relationship between parents and the children, how to make our life better. But only we take the small portion of the negativity, not even negativity, there is a lessons behind it, but we consider as a negativity, and we create the controversy out of it, and then we talk about, no, no, Ramayana is like that, Mahabharata is like that. But there's largely things which we can learn. Let's leave the Ramayana Mahabharata out. How often we as a family sit together and then discuss about the great personalities' life, like Gandhiji, Nelson Mandela, and many others like that. How often we discuss in our house about them lifestyles while the children are small. How often we do? How often we have in our house called the discussions and debate matters, where we talk about the current issue, financial issues, uh, um, religious issues, family issues. How often we bring that topics in the discussions with the children while the child is small? That age they're supposed to be learn those kind of the things. But the problem is communication. We have our we have set our life in such a manner, 8 to 9 work or 8 to 5 work, come home, husband and wife preparing to bring the work, bring the work into the house, do the house things, child sitting with the cell phone into the his or her room, parents sitting with the laptop or cell phone with them room. Okay, coming to the eating, okay, child will eat its own time, parents will its own time, and cleaning will happen, and then in between husband and wife will argue, and you not doing that, you're not doing that, children are enjoying them. What is that? We supposed to be have at least at least one meal a day together at a one table, on the table, where we start matter discussing. We many time parents thinks, "Okay, I have asked my child what is your results, see the reports, and then give my comment, and it's done my responsibility." No, not at all, not at all. What we doing here? We not supposed to be like monitor that part, but we at least give that. Okay, let's ask children. Okay, what you did? Okay, it's fine. Observe the child, the body language, and then let the child to be make understand or feel okay, my parents are a little bit concerned about me, and let's start if we communicate with the child with something wrong or not. We are with you, don't worry, we will be resolve it. Give that confidence. Okay, no matter what wrong will happen in my life, my parents is there to resolve it. Give that confidence to child. We're not doing that part. Eh, we not bringing that environment of the communication in our house, and that is why that gap is becoming a technical so-called a generation gap. Now when you want to communicate, your child don't want to communicate with you. The reason why is because that you have made so big that wide that gap. Then you look the people like us, oh please resolve it, and then but the problem you sitting with it, your child not going to listen to us because you already has told in your coffee table, in your conversation with somebody, oh no, this person is bad, this person is wrong, and then you know what, casually we talk about, okay, that person is bad, but the impression is going in your child mind is, okay, not this person, the person's position is wrong. You actually targeting the religious personalities positions. The priests are wrong, pandits are wrong, gurus are wrong. So instead of the working on opposite side, you're supposed to be teaching the priest, pandit, gurus, and religious leaders are respectable. We say they are wrong. They're doing that. So now your child will create a gap also from them too. They're not going to communicate with them too in them lifetime at all. Something which need to be understood, something which need to be addressed in this society, in this world which we live in, something which we need to be start somewhere around the corner. Okay, how we should communicate, how we build a bridge between parents and children, how we can teach our grandchildren how to communicate with the parents, how we can create the environment of the talk into the, no matter what issue is, honestly, no matter what issue is, the moment you create a communication gap, you are actually taking your child away from the real life. And then your child will find different sources and resources which they are, sometimes they will be a more harmful than than they're supposed to be. And then you will regret, oh, I should have talked to my child. But why we have to reach that stage, I should have? What's wrong? Why can't you start from the age of the 8? Why can't you start from the age of the 9? Why can't you sit every evening with your child? Why can't you talk to your child, what happened is today in the school? Use what actually many cases I am handling. That's why I'm talking about. Sometimes parents don't even know who's the friends of the child. Leave that. Sometimes children go to the uh, uh, friend's house, and then we understand those lifestyle. But who has created? Why child need to be think about, okay, let me go to my friend's house? Why? Why you as a parents can't create the environment where child say, okay, this is my weekend. I will spend my time with my parents. But in weekends, you want to go to your parties, you want to go with your stories, and then leave the child alone. The day we have start putting our self-interest in the front of our children, that's where the story starts. We take the things casually. Okay, what I'll do, let me just put my child in the weekends to my parents' house, and then let me go out weekend out. Let me have my life. My life. What is my life means? That child will, when the child will grow up, child will not stay with the grandparents. Child will say, okay, please put me into my friend's house. And then you will complain about it. But you already have set a goal for it. Subject I'm talking about. I'm not saying all parents are wrong, and I'm not even saying all parents are right. There is always is a problem. There is always, but subject is main attention is we have created a communication gap. We not communicating with our children in the manners we supposed to. And the first step is we are actually dividing our children. We are actually telling our children religious personalities are wrong or religious places are wrong. And that thing should stop. We must encourage to our children to the any problem you rise, anything happens, go to the nearest temple. Must we must teach our children, go to the nearest temple, ask to the first priest, ask to the pandit. We must create that environment in our house. We must give our children a full freedom to go to the children place of the worship consistently, and we must take them with us and then show our respect. And we must stop criticizing we must stop criticizing our religious personality. We must stop criticizing our religion. We must stop criticizing our culture. We must stop criticizing our tradition. Even if you find it wrong, speak to the right person and get the right answer. But don't criticize. You by criticizing, you thinking you cleverly, you are running away from the responsibility where you creating the damage of your own next generation, your own generation, which will be suffer heavily than yourself. You will enjoy right now. Oh, I have done my job. Oh, look at it. I'm so powerful person. I have done these things. Look at it. I brought that priest down. You haven't brought priest down. You have brought your generation down. Priest have nothing to do with it. Religious gurus and swamis and sadhus have nothing to do with. You can take a pride, okay, look, I have insulted. It's fine, you can insult it so many times, no problem. But your generation will suffer heavily. They have nothing to do because they have done them part done. They are enjoying them life, honestly. But you creating the damage by telling these things to your child, the next generation, because your next 7 generation will not go into the religion at all. And this simple example I will give you, you can see in the UK, in US and other country, that they have done these things and a whole generation has fully disappeared. Now they're coming back to the same story which we have started. And in South Africa, we going again the same route, which same mistake which UK and US has done. We should stop now. We must put our temple first. It is irrespective. Temple come first. With irrespective what differences I have with anybody, my temple must come first. Put that in your mind. Teach your child. My religion come first. My faith come first. My belief come first. My culture come first. My tradition come first. Bring that environment in your house. Otherwise, the matter of this religious, matter of this gap between generation gap and then cultural gap will be remain there, and is going to become a wider and wider and wider and wider and wider, and then you cannot fill that gap. Already the big damage is done. Now we just have to do some patch up to make it smaller gap, and then say something we winning on. Something need to think. Ask yourself. And the one question you must ask yourself, what I have done good things for my culture, for my religious, for my faith, for my dharma, for my children. This question you must ask. What I have done good things. Ask this question, and the moment you will have an answer, you will realize, wait, I should have done this. Take care. Stay safe. Stay healthy. If you think this is video is going to be helpful, you can share and subscribe this channel. We'll see you Friday evening, but this Friday evening is very important things, where we have a eclipse, and then eclipse starting eclipse Ved starting on the Friday evening, and then eclipse happening on a Saturday. So what will happen this Friday evening? We have a live Mahamrutyunjay Jap from 7 to 7:30. You can watch live on YouTube channel, and you can join us. And this Mahamrutyunjay Jap for the well-being of the all humans are suffering physically, mentally, emotionally, and also in the same time, it will be help us to come out from this difficult time as well. So join us Friday evening 7 to 7:30 to chant Mahamrutyunjay Jap live on YouTube as well. In the same time, stay safe, stay healthy, stay precautionary yourself, and don't believe in any kind of the social media university in regards of this new variant and then new virus, and this virus is there, new variant. Don't believe, just follow the basic protocol. Like, you will be understand better by understanding the government policies instead of the WhatsApp university policies. O ईश्वर भजिए तने मोटू छे तुझना गुण तारा नित्य गाइए थाय अमारा काम हे तलावी हसावत हूँ सदा राख दिल साफ भूल कदी करिए अमे तो प्रभु कर जो माफ ओम देव हो शांतिरंतरिक्ष गुम शांति पृथ्वी शांतिराप शांतिरोखधय शांति वनस्पतय शांतिर्विश्वे देव शांति ब्रह्म शांति सर्वगुण शांति शांतिरेव शांति श्यामा शांतिरेधि ओम शांति 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 सुशांति भवतु।